Could be worse. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having an outstanding day. Keeping up the new routine of making a few videos a week. It's been really good so far, really enjoying it. It's definitely pushing me a little bit, making me think a little bit more creatively, think outside the box, and really engage more with what you guys want to see. It's been a really enjoyable ride, and I gotta say that I think 2018 is gonna be one hell of a year to make this happen and to meet some of the goals and objectives that are put in place. So, right now, we are headed on over to my routine pit stop, which is one that we make every day, which is over to the post office. We have some shipments behind me that are going out to Sweden and Switzerland and Australia, which is crazy. Some to Canada, and of course some others to the US. Pretty cool stuff, guys. Loving the support that we're getting for enthusiasts. Now, guys, I don't really ask all that much of you, but as you're watching this video, if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. And if you also wouldn't mind my like lead, go ahead and hit that like button early. It definitely won't cause any harm. But since I lowered the Corvette, I have not attempted to traverse over the speed bump here in this parking lot, and I'm not going to try it today. Just ultimately, everything is pretty flat under the car, but I think the headers might stick down just a little bit. I really don't want to scrape the headers if I don't have to, so any situations that I can avoid, I will. Look at that fitment though, my God. This thing is so much lower now, it's ridiculous. So I didn't do a pre and post measurement. I think that the car sat around 5 or 5.5 inches, maybe 6, probably on the later side of 6 inches. Now it's right at about 4 inches. Definitely an increased sense of awareness when you're driving something as low as this is now. Now, one thing before we continue on in this video is the fact that a lot of you guys, for whatever reason, just in my last video, highlighted the fact that I talk with my hands a lot. And yes, I do. And some of you even asked me to change it. Honestly, guys, I'm not gonna change anything for anybody other than myself. What you gotta realize is never change yourself or conform to what other people want you to do, because ultimately you are what you are in life. And if you're not embracing your unique characteristics and what makes you you, then you need to do that, because that's gonna help you tremendously in reaching the goals and objectives that you're set forth to do while you're on planet Earth. That's just my 2 cents. But yes, guys, I chat with my hands all the time. It's how I do it, whether I'm chatting to you like this right now, or I'm narrating, as I say, directing my conversation with my hands, explaining something such as this great pro clip, by the way. If I'm talking about our key tags, which unfortunately, guys, are not back in stock yet. We did put another order in for the no warranty, no worries, as well as the blown monies. They should be here by mid or end of March. Unfortunately, they have like a month lead time, which sucks, but they are on their way back. Plus, we have some other things. Speaking of merch, guys, we'll have enthusiast air fresheners, which are going to be pretty cool. We'll have fidget spinners that are coming to enthusiast shortly. They're going to be black and white. They're awesome. And we'll have lanyards. Definitely be on the lookout for those things, guys. And mind you, every single one of those will get you entered for the 2017 Grom. That's how we want to do it. We want to make sure that there's an array of options available for all of you, the enthusiasts, to make sure that you are well endowed with any of the equipment that you see best fit. It's another wildly nice day in Pennsylvania, boys. God, it feels so freaking good to have the windows down. I sound like I'm a broken record, but it's like you forget how nice it is to cruise with the windows down. I'm completely A-okay with this. Completely A-okay. On my cell phone right now. I was just setting up in this park to do the intro that you guys just watched, and this gentleman came up to me and he's like, dude, I have an 09 base. I just picked up some tires and wheels. Your car is epic, dude. How long have you had it, this and that? And now I'm driving over to his car to see what he's got. So let's check it out.
I don't know if they told you, but I got an 09.
What, were your camber settings, or it looks like your toe was way out?
I got that adjusted. This is from factory.
Whoa, that is crazy.
17,000 miles.
That should not look like that after 17,000 miles.
Exactly. You got a cool car. Where'd you get that?
Thanks, brother. I actually bought it from my neighbor. So my neighbor had this for 2 years, and I had lived next to him, and I always went up to him and I'd say, hey, John, I'm gonna buy your car off you one day. So I said, John, I'm gonna buy it off you one day. And he's like, Jack, it's never gonna be for sale.
Yeah, never, I know that word.
Yeah, never gonna be for sale, right? One day I called him and he's like, Jack, I saw this beautiful C7 Stingray. I'd love to get it. I just love the new styling, this and that. And I said, well, John, how about I make you an offer on your car? And then that's how it all came to fruition.
Nice.
So I bought this all stock. It's an 07.
Yeah.
I took it down to Race Proven Motorsports. I did the heads cam on it because the valves are very weak on these cars. We just got the ZR1 wheels. I put them on.
I like that.
I just lowered it today.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could get my hand up in there a little bit.
Right. Yeah, so now we're going to be taking it to get an alignment today, and I was literally just coming to this park to just film some different cinematic angles of it.
Right.
And when you had pulled in, I was like, you know what? He's probably got some sort of relation, you know?
My back tires are like brand new yet. I've been easy.
Well,
on
that's
the
good.
clutch.
That's
I've been
good.
easy on
Well,
the
and
clutch.
usually it's opposite. It's the back ones that go
Exactly.
faster than the front, man, you know?
Yep.
We're going to be going to Carlisle this year. Yep,
Nice.
yep. I'll be out there at
Yeah.
Carlisle with a whole bunch of my buddies. All right, bro. Very cool. Hey, it was a
That's
pleasure
Jack,
meeting you.
right?
Thanks so much. Yeah, pleasure
Hey,
meeting you. Well, holy shit, guys. Can you imagine that? That could have been easily one of the coolest conversations that I've had all week and probably in the tenure of my ownership of the Corvette so far. This guy, he like pointed me out from across the lot. It was awesome. And you could just tell he was amped. He was super amped to see this car. I had pulled up to him. I had actually gone down to position the camera for some of the intro that you guys just watched. And it was crazy because he like ran over and he's like, oh my God, you gotta come check this out. I got a story for you. So I went over and then it was the conversation that you guys just witnessed. Such a cool thing. And that's what I'm talking about with being an enthusiast. It's at a whim, you stumble upon somebody and you befriend them instantaneously. It's something that's in our genomes, guys. If you're a car enthusiast, that's what you love. It's what you do. It's what you focus on. It's what you think about. It's literally at the root of who you are. I've mentioned this so many times in the past without getting into a rant that I'm a car enthusiast, and without that, I think I'd be a very blank canvas. But with it, I'm dynamic, I'm eclectic, I'm unique, and it goes to my concept earlier where do you. Like, don't ever worry about anybody ever telling you how to do you. Don't ever let anybody dictate your life other than yourself. You need to think that you were put on this earth to do something remarkable. That's my objective, is to make an impact somehow by spreading positivity, spreading motivation, showing people that if you work for what you want, you'll get what you want. And you need to start saying that one day you will rather than one day you may. Think about it. With that being said, guys, we are going to head on over to get an alignment for the Z06. Slightly nervous because I don't know if it's actually going to be able to get up on the alignment rack. Some alignment racks are sea level, as I call them, because they're totally flat. Some have an elevation, and we don't have much gradient to be able to climb up, especially now that the Corvette's lowered. Again, it's a change of mindset, but I hope that it works out. And going out of my comfort zone a little bit here, guys, I'm not going to Grant over at CJ's Tire in New Holland. I'm actually going to CJ's Tire in Lidditz today because the alignment rack at CJ's Tire in New Holland is currently decommissioned for whatever reason. I guess they're doing a service on it, so we're gonna head on over and see our friends at the Lidditz branch. Driving around on it, although I've driven 20 miles on the car today, I feel like I'm exponentially deteriorating the tread life on the tire, especially like our man that we just saw with the tires that were totally worn on the inside. The camber and the toe on his car must have been so unbelievably out of spec. So I hope that when he gets his new tires, he goes and gets an alignment like the activity that we are doing today. So let's get that journey started and we'll see how this makes out. Hopefully everything goes as planned. It doesn't look too promising, to be honest, because the slant at which this rack is positioned is pretty aggressive, and just from eyeballing it, it doesn't look too good. Isn't this like a hashtag Volkswagen thing, like hashtag lowlife? I don't freaking know. Yeah, there's no chance that that's gonna happen. Well, guys, it's not looking too good from an alignment perspective. Unfortunately, I've been trying to look around to see if I could call on other shops, and the shops that came to mind don't have any availability, and that's okay. I mean, I didn't expect it to be any other way because it is 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get home and we're gonna go into some other details that I absolutely need to cover with you guys. You know what, I actually lied to you there. As the Stradman would say, I snaked you guys. I was literally just watching one of his videos earlier, and that's the first thing that popped into my head. But anyway, I decided to do the last part of this video outside because it's a really, really beautiful day. Found this kind of cool little nook type of location. Figured I'd pull in and I'd discuss the things that I wanted to convey at my house with you guys in this parking lot. Now that I've level set the expectation, we can go into the fact that I've got some exciting news. Now, the first piece of exciting news is that the new turbo kit is officially ordered through Whirlyfab. I went with a really epic color, and the turbo setup is something that you guys are really gonna enjoy. Now, a lot of you guys are like, Jack's going compounds, and then some of you guys are like, well, Jack might stay single. Now, I'm not gonna disclose that because that would take away from the surprise and the anticipation of what's to come. But I promise you guys, the decision that I've made is one that is not gonna disappoint. Now, the second piece of information I wanted to cover with you guys is the YouTube call out is coming up. It's literally 2 months away. The date for the first YouTube call out of 2018 is April 29th. I'm gonna repeat that, April 29th. Mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. It's April 29th at Cecil County Dragway in Maryland, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing. We have some really exciting stuff planned that I'm not gonna communicate just yet, but it's gonna involve all of you guys a little bit more. So rather than just coming out and watching racing, there might be an opportunity for you to actually participate in the day. And a lot of you had provided feedback to us last year saying, I love the event, I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. But I wish that I could have participated or at least had the option to participate. So that's what it's all about, guys. It's all about the enthusiasts, right? I know, shameless plug. If you guys haven't gotten entered already for the 2017 Grime, don't miss your chance. First link in the description below. Whoa, where did that just come from? Big news, ladies and gentlemen. Big, big, big news. That is that I've put my first official offer on a house today. I told you guys literally just in the vlog last weekend that I would be trying to get into a new house come like June or July of this year. Well, something happened to come up. We really liked it. We decided to put an offer on it, and that is that. So fingers crossed that that one works out. If it doesn't, then it's not meant to be, and we're destined for even more greatness. How about that? I think that I've ranted and raved enough now. I apologize that, you know, we couldn't actually hit the root of the content today, which was getting the vet aligned. I hope that I can find somebody within the next few days that's capable of doing it. It's gonna rain now for the next few days. This weekend's video is gonna be absolutely epic, guys. Got some really, really epic 101 coming. It's 101, it's something that all people must know. With that said, guys, my like league, I love you guys. Do what you do best. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, mash that subscribe button. I promise you won't regret it. We got 3 to 4 videos coming every single week for 2018. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of work, but I'm accepting the challenge, and you guys are all providing great feedback to it so far. So with that said, have a great night, and I will see you in this weekend's upload.